Welcome everyone back to Pommy and Us. Hope we're all doing really well. If you're new around here, hit that like button, that subscribe. It really does help the channel out. Can't thank you enough for the support you've shown recently. And we're here today to take you to the 40 to 50. And then the next video after this will be 50 condensed. Because obviously I don't want to give them rankings because that's just, I think, a little bit unfair. But you'll have 50 names and we'll go through them in no particular order. So that should be quite fun. So let's get straight into it. And we start with number 41 in my power rankings, a guy called Archer Day-Wicks, who I think is one of the guys we've talked about when we talk about eye-catching. I feel like the Bendigo Pioneers boy is incredibly eye-catching. 186, a really nice size, plays mid and forward, and this is a real interesting case. 14 games for Bendigo, 17.2 touches, 5 score involvements, 4 marks, 3 tackles, a goal a game. And in the National Championships, backing that up with 10 touches, 4 score involvements, 1.3 goals a game and 4 marks. And he's that real conduit between the midfield and the forward line. Incredibly strong aerially. Definitely a real good provider, brings the ball down really well, likes to work up the ground and really find the ball in the midfield and then penetrate that inside 50. He's definitely got that X-Factor type player. He's a real solid little get here, and this is just why we're talking about. When people talk about super draft, I hate that phrase because everyone thinks they're all superstars. What it really means is the gap between 5 and 50 is probably the smallest it's been for a long time. And this guy here is a very brave customer as well, often going back into traffic to get the ball. A real strong acquisition should your football club get it. Big fan of Archer Day-Wicks. And then we go to 42, and we've talked about this guy quite frequently on this show, and that is a guy called Jasper Alger, and this guy here is a big box of tricks. 183 Oakley Chargers boy, and this guy here is just one of them players that I can see becomes one of them players that, you know, you enjoy on your team, hate playing against. Playing the 4 games of the National Champ this year, 9 touches, 5 score involvements, 1.3 goals a game, 11 touches for his native Oakley Chargers, 5 score involvements, 1.3 goals a game. Very consistent. And what is great about him is he's that nice height, 183. And like all the smalls that are in that 183, he brings something else with him. He really likes to go up the back of the people. He is a highlight reel. He's incredibly quick. He's got real good quick thinking. When he has the ball, he works really well in traffic. So definitely someone that, you know, is plug and play almost at this level. You see a lot of these players come in and just go bang. And when you're running a 293 for 20 metre sprints, you're going to stand out when you play AFL football. I really do like this guy, and this guy is a little smoky here to be a lot better than probably I have ranked him. Up next, we've got Kayle Gerryn. I'm a big fan of this, and this is a guy that I think will slide, because when I look at rucks this year, do I think a lot of people need rucks? Probably not, but this guy here has an immediate impact written all over him. He's real big, he's real strong, he's rambunctious, he attacks the contest hard, and you know what? He's rare elite kicking. Did play the 2 games at Waffle Seniors for his club side West Perth. 7 touches, 1 goal a game, 5 hit-outs. More of a forward than a ruck, I think, at senior level. He's that real nice 199. At the Waffle Colts, 11 games, 22 touches, 22 hit-outs, 4 clearances, 8 score involvements, just under 2 goals a game. And for WA was sensational. 13 touches, 4 marks, 9 hit-outs, 7 score involvements, 1.3 goals a game. This guy here is ready-made to play AFL football, I find. I think he's that wonderful size. His dad, Chris, was a Hawthorn player as well. Didn't play a senior game, so I really like them kind of stories where your dad has been there, and as a son, you always look to emulate your father or right that wrong. So I feel like he will be on the radar of a few clubs, especially if you're looking for someone to complement in the forward line who could later pinch hit your ruck. That seems to be the modern methodology around it. So someone that I would be keeping a lookout in them later picks. Pick 44, I think one of the most underrated players in this draft. a guy that has incredible endurance at 197, who runs and works up the ground really hard. We know that marking outlet on the wing is so incredibly important, and Charlie Nicholls suits that. Central District's being a Sandford boy, you know he's tough, and he did play in the Sandford reserves this year. The 3 games, just under a goal a game for that, 9 touches and 4 marks, and really did showcase that ability. In the other 18s, you really did showcase what he's about. 2 goals a game, 15 touches, 7.5 marks, 2.5 contested, 7 score involvements. And for South Australia, again, 0.5 score involvements, 0.5 goals. It wasn't quite as good. But that under 18 level really did show where he could be. And also there was elements where they swung him down the back. So this gives you a real good option, especially if you're looking for that kind of key position depth. He's very smart. He's very intuitive as well. You see him quite often. There was a blustery day in the Vic Metro game where he literally read the ball so well off there and really did have some impact. Incredibly versatile as well. But nice set shot as well. Nice set shot, gets in them danger areas. So Charlie Nicholls is definitely someone to look out for, particularly if you've got the players for him to learn off. 45 were really into the rucks now, and Floyd Burmeister, I am a big fan. 199. Now, this guy could have been an Olympian. Do you know what I mean? Could have been an Olympian. And he has got an absolute left peg on him. This guy, when he kicks the ball, it stays kicked. Really showcased that for GMV this year in the 15 games. 10 touches, 1 goal a game, 2.1 hitouts. 8.4 hitouts. National championships wasn't as great for the country. 6 touches, 14 hitouts. But when you look at this guy, he's got that massive POD. This guy is an athlete who happens to be able to ruck. And as a forward, I think his future is in the forward line of the ground. A real good little project for you if you get him in. If you've got a couple of key forwards who are good to go right now, and you need a little bit of ruck help, someone like, Reece Stanley, like trying to find someone like that and who you can build into the game, I think Floyd Burmeister could be a man. A very solid player at 45. 46, and you know me, I do love my defenders. And Clancy Dennis, for me, is someone that's not been talked about enough. AA caliber player in his juniors, and he was really sensational for Claremont. This year in the Colts, 10 games, 16 touches, 6 marks, 2 intercepts, and a tackle a game. National championships again, 5 marks, 4 rebounds, 3 spoils, 2 tackles, and a proper lockdown defender, a guy that just eats key forwards for breakfast. Strong in the air as well, incredibly mobile. He's real quick to close down spots. And he's one of them guys as well, when you watch him, particularly when you watch him for WA, when he loses the battle, he's pissed. And I like that. I really like that. I like that in young kids who, just they're angry should they lose the battle. And for me, that is something that is very, very understated, I find, in today's game. I think it's one of them things where you've got to be at that point. If someone is angry, means they care. So I'm a big fan of Clancy Dennis and will be a solid pickup for a side. 47, Xavier Ivisic. And this guy has got hidden gem written all over it. This guy finds the ball, whether it's at half forward or small, 180 centimetres, has had them forays into the midfield as well, showing his clean hands for Geelong Falcons. 6 games this year, 25 touches, 6 clearances, 5 marks. This guy is a danger around there. 4.2 score involvements as well. And in the national championships for the country, 22 touches, 6 score involvements, 4 clearances, 5 marks. His ability to really bring players in, and he's a real provider as well. Real looking team first type player. Really suits that mould for transitioning to AFL football, where you won't be the star. He works incredibly hard. He's got a massive aerobic capacity. He seems to find the ball. He peels off at the right times. Does all them inconsequentials off the ball that are hard to teach. And incredibly clean when he has the ball. Xavier is a really good talent. Josh Dolan, for me, is one that I don't think gets enough love. And when you're 177, this modern-day appeal of playing a smaller half-forward conduit-type player who runs and defends very hard, I think shouldn't be understated. And I see a lot of baby Papley in him, which is a big call. And I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Tom Papley, but what I'm saying is you can see that similarity of someone that maybe is a bit smaller who can break the game open. 5 games for Sandy this year, 20 touches, 5 marks, 2 tackles, 9 score involvements, 2 goals, just under 2 goals a game. And the Nash champs, 13 touches, 4 marks, 6 score involvements, and 1 goal a game with 1 score assist. This guy is a pain in the butt, and I really do feel like this guy could be one of them little tasty morsels that just goes understated. People forget 30 to 50, you always find that little tasty morsel. So I'm a big fan of this kid. Looking forward to seeing what he brings at the level. We've gone out of order. 48, Cody Anderson. Now, this guy could be nominated for the Great Hawthorn Football Club. And Cody Anderson has been a real strong player. This guy is a bull, and he's got that beautiful hair. He's got that beautiful hair that just is glossy. Can play midfield, can slot across the half-forward line, and he has got something this year for the Eastern Ranges. 22 touches, 2.6 marks, 5.7 tackles, just under a goal a game. And for the Metro, just played the 1 game, was limited, just the 2 touches, but 2 tackles, was limited game time there. This guy here has got something for me. When you watch how he plays, he's rugged, he's hard at it. He looks to take the game on. He's got incredible work rates, second and third efforts, and his defensive pressure is top-notch. He really does look like another Jai Newcombe, so him being linked with Hawthorn makes sense. Having 2 of them is insane, but he's got a bit of turn of pace as well. And he's just good, hard-working and honest. And finishing the 50, Harry Farrell. The Carlton fans will be familiar with him because obviously in this game nowadays we've stopped talking about talent and we just talk about teams that players are linked with. It's one of them annoying things covering the draft, I've got to say. But that being said, he is definitely one of these players that you've got to watch out for. Could have been, I think, a little bit higher up had he played a bit more. Calder Cannon's player limited with injuries this year to 4 games, 11.3 touches, 4 marks, 4 intercept possessions, 3 spoils, 4 disposals in the national championships, 2.5 spoils. It wasn't a great one, but this guy here has got something. I just think when you look at him, when he has played, one-on-ones does show it. He's incredibly athletic. He's a good size 197, and definitely one of them that you kind of look at in the future as could be a solid development player. Definitely someone that you bring in. And when he said in an interview that Harry Himmelberg is one of his role models, I can see that. Definitely one of them players that you kind of just wait on and try and build him up to the level in a couple of years in the VFL. But someone that at 21, 22 could be a real diamond in the rough. I do like a bit of Harry. So that is the 50 then. We'll be back more condensed in the next 50. Some real good morsels to go. There'll be the other part of the draft as well coming up soon. Peace, love and light. Hit that subscribe button. Turn that notification bell on. Pom out.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella